Welcome our dear viewer once again to our special and favorite knowledge quest. I'm your teacher, Mr. Mautia Eliud, and I'm the one taking you through mathematics. In our last lesson, we had introduced the topic binomial expansion, and we had started by having a small introduction on how it works, both in addition and subtraction. But today we are going to now climb the ladder a little bit higher to see how do we now apply binomial expansion in other set of mathematical concepts. But before we go there, it's always good to have a small dessert for your mathematical knowledge. Binomial expansion is our topic. It's good to have a small dessert just to make mathematics more appetizing. In our previous lesson, I had shown you how to multiply a two-digit number in 3 different ways. I want to add one more way, then we proceed from there. For example, if you have a number 92 multiplied by 93, this could be tedious for you to undergo the other processes and so forth and so on. So for numbers that are close to 100, from 90 to 100 and from 100 to 110, numbers between 90 and 110, this is the simplest way to handle them. How far is 92 from 100? How far is 92 from 100? 8 more. If you add 8 to 92, you'll obtain 100. How far is 93 from 100? 7. Correct. Okay. 7. Now, if you subtract them in a cross like that, if you subtract 93 minus 7 minus 8 or 92 minus 7, you'll obtain the same answer. 93 minus 8 is 85. 92 minus 7 is 85. So once you subtract them, the first answer is 85. Okay. Once you obtain that number, then multiply the two numbers. What is 8 times 7? 56. And that is your answer for 92 multiplied by 93. Let's try something else. What is 97 multiplied by 90? Let's say 94. 97 multiplied by 94. How far is 97 from 100? 3 more, right? To get 100. How far is 94 from 100? That is 6 more. Okay. So if you subtract them diagonally, you'll obtain the same answer. 94 minus 3 is 91. 97 minus 6 is 91. So the first two digits is 91. Okay. Then multiply the two numbers. 3 times 6 is 18. That is your answer for 97 multiplied by 94. Very easy. But if you go to the other processes of starting here, getting the answer is too long and time consuming. It means if you forget a step, then that number is done. Another tip, that's the first tip. Another tip is any number multiplied by 11. Is it a billion, a million, 10,000 multiplied by 11? For example, let me take a simple number, a two-digit number, for example, 25 multiplied by 11. Any digit or number multiplied by 11. Very easy to understand. The first and the last digits will be 2 and 5. So start with 2 and 5. Then add 2 plus 5 is 7. If you multiply 25 times 11, the answer is 275. Any other two-digit number, for example, 36 multiplied by 11. The first and the last digits will be 3 and 6. Then add them. 3 plus 6 is 9. That becomes 396 for 36 times 11. Suppose now this number is a 3-digit number. Let's take, for example, 128 multiplied by 11. The first and the last digits is 1 and 8. Okay? So 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay? 2 plus 8 is 10. But we don't have the space for 10. So we write the 0 and carry 1, the next digit. So 1 plus 3 is 4. So our answer becomes 1408. As easy as that. 125 multiplied by 11. I've said the last two digits become the first and the last digit to the answer. So we have 1 and 5. Okay? So 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 5 is 7. You get your rightful answer as 125 multiplied by 11. You get 1375. Another last small research before now we embark to our normal business of the topic of binomial expansion is the squares of numbers. Squares of numbers. Earlier on we had tackled numbers ending with 5 like 35 squared. I said only if the last digit is 5, automatically the last two digits will be 25. So write the 25. Then get the little higher number from 3, or whichever number that is here. Is common 4 is 5, common 6 is 7. So little higher number from 3 is what? 4. So multiply the two numbers. 3 times 4 is 12, and that becomes the square of 35. What happens when now the number that we're having is not 5? For example, 96 squared. The normal way is 96 times 96, then you proceed 6 times 6, 36, carry 3, becomes more tedious and cumbersome for that matter. Now, how far is 96 from 100? So what has happened to 100 to obtain 96? It means 4 has been subtracted. Okay? Remember our baseline is 100. So if you add 100 minus 4, you get 96. It means from 100, 4 has been subtracted to obtain 96. Correct? Now subtract this one. 96 minus 4 gives us what? 92. Okay? That's the first two digits. Now square this number. 4 squared is 16. And that you have your rightful answer as 92. 16. That's the square of 96 squared. Suppose now you have a number more than 100. Let's say 106 squared. From your perspective, if you start squaring 106 squared, it is quite long and tedious. But how simple can you handle 106 squared? Remember our baseline is 100. So how far is 106 from 100? Actually, it's more than 100. So it means 6 has been added to 100. Remember our baseline is 100. 6 has been added to 100 to obtain 106. It means 6 has been added. Okay? So add 106 plus 6 gives us what? 112. Alright? Then now square this number. 6 squared is 36. That becomes your rightful answer of 106 squared. Joking with numbers and getting more content, it becomes very easy even in your exam situation. It becomes very easy. 104 squared Now you can try, I know you can try that. How far is 400, 104 from 100 is 4. So 4 has been added to 100 to get 104. So add 104 plus 104 is, plus 4 is 108. Then square that number. 4 squared is 16. And that becomes your rightful answer to 104 squared. That is just to make you understand mathematics quite easily. Now back to our topic. Back to our topic of binomial expansion. Earlier on we had tackled how to simplify or how to expand a small figure power 3. And we said that the first term starts from power given to 0. The second term starts from 0 to the power given, the interchange. Okay? So I have x cubed. Then we multiply by what? The second term is 2 power 0 plus x reduces, so x power 2, 2 power 1 plus x power 1, 2 power 0. Oh, the power is increasing, so that is 2 plus x power 0, 2 power 3. 3 plus 0 is 3, 2 plus 1 is 3, 1 plus 2 is 3, 0 plus 3 is 3. I think we are together at that point. Now we open the bracket. We said n number raised power 0 is 0. So 0 times x cubed is x cubed plus 2 power 1 is 2. 2 times x squared is 2x squared plus 2 power 2 is 4. Multiplied by x power 1 is 4x. Then plus 2 power 3 is 8. So 8 times x power 0, n number raised power 0 is 1. So 8 times 1 is 8. Remember, that is not your rightful answer. Remember? So we proceed now to introduce the coefficients of the power provided. Using Pascal triangle, we said we start with 1 and with 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and with 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 1 is 3, and with 1. Start with 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, 3 plus 3 is 6, 3 plus 1 is 4, then end with 1. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. So it means the rightful coefficients of power 3 is 1, 3, 3, 6. Take them to where we have your expanded equation. We have 1 into x cubed plus 3 into 3x squared plus 3 into 4x plus 1 into 8. Open the bracket. We have 1 times this is x cubed plus this is 9x squared plus 12x plus 8. Now this becomes your rightful expanded. Now I want us to now proceed. How now do you use this? How do you apply this in other numericals? How do you apply now this in other numericals? Suppose you are told that expand x plus 2 to power 3 and you solve for a different number. For example, x plus 2, then solve for 1.91 power 3. You use your expansion to solve for this number. I know from a calculator you can just press 1.91 raised power 3, you get the answer. But how do you go now in binomial expansion to solve for this? So first of all is the normal expansion, which we said now we start from the power given to 0. So that is x power 3, 2 power 0, plus x power 2, 2 power 1, plus x power 2, x power 1, then 2 power 2 plus x power 0, 2 power 3. Okay? Now we have x cubed plus 2x squared plus 4x plus 8. The coefficients were 1, 3, 3, 1. So that is 1, which is x cubed, plus the 3 gives us 6x squared, The 3 gives us 12x, then plus the 1, which is 8. This is your expansion. Now you're going to use this to solve for 1.91. This is the procedure to follow. Equate the two expressions. Equate the two expressions. I'm going to have x plus 2 power 3 is equals to 1.19 power 3. I've equated the two expressions. Then eliminate the powers by finding what? The third root. This root will cancel with the 3. This root will cancel with the 3. If it is 4, find the fourth root. If it is 5, find the fifth root. Ensure that you eliminate the powers. Now you remain with x plus 2 is equals to 1.91. Okay. Now get the value of x. So take to the other side of the equal sign. So we have x is equals to 1.91 minus 2. What is 1.91 minus 2? We have 1.91 minus 2. What do you get? This is 9, 1. This 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Right? Becomes negative 1. From your calculators, what do you get? 1.91 minus 2. It is 0. Or 1 is 0. That is 0, negative 0.09, not 1.91. We get is negative 0.09. Correct. Now that is the value of x. So x is equals to negative 0.09. Now for you to get the answer, replace this answer. Remember x is equals to this. So replace this number wherever we have x in this equation. Anywhere we have x, replace with 0.09. So we have the first one here. Let's start from there. X cubed. It means now we have negative 0.09 cubed plus. Then 6. The x squared. X is 0.09. So we have 6 multiplied by negative 0.09 squared. Then add. The value of x here is 12 multiplied by the x, which is 0.1. That is 12 into 0.09 negative. Correct. Then plus 8 last one. So let us get this one. What is 0.09 cubed? 0.09 cubed gives me negative 0.000729. That's the first one. Plus the second one, 0.09 squared, then times 6. Remember, when you square the negative, it becomes positive. So we have 0.09 squared gives us 0.81 multiplied by 6. You obtain is 4.86. I hope that is clear even to your calculator. 4.86. We proceed. 0.09 multiplied by 12. It's not squared, it's nothing, just 0.09, but negative. Positive and negative. We earlier said that when numbers positive and negative follow each other, we get what? When you multiply the two numbers, the two signs, positive and negative, you get a negative. So 12 times 0.09. 12 multiplied by 0.09. You obtain 1.08, but positive or negative. Negative. Why? Because positive and negative gives us a negative. So we subtract minus 1.08. Then now we add 8, the last digit. So let us try that mathematics. We have 0.000729 plus 4.86. You obtain 4.860729. Now subtract 1.08. You obtain 3.780729. Then add 8 plus 8. Our answer is 11.78079. That is our rightful answer for 1.91 raised to power 3. 1.19 raised to power 3. Correct. Now, let's try another one. Let's try another one. Just to make you understand this better. Let me use an example from the book. I have 1 plus x raised to power 6. So we are solving 1 plus x raised to power 6. Then we solve for 1.03 raised to power 6. And our question tells us to use our expansion to the 4th term. This expansion to the 4th term. Then we use this example to solve for 1.03 raised to power 6. The normal procedures that we started with. First of all, get the expansion for this. The first term starts from the power given to 0. The second term from 0 to power given. So I'm going to have 1 raised to power 6, x raised to power 0, plus 1 raised to power 5, x power 1, plus 1 raised to power 4, x power 2, plus 1 raised to power 3, x power 3, plus 1 raised to power 2, x power 4. This is the 4th term, where x is raised to power 4. We can leave it at that point, according to the question. Now, open this bracket. I'm going to have 1 power 6 is 1, plus 1 raised to power 5 is 1 times x is x, plus 1 raised to power 4 is 1. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is always 1. Times x squared, that is x squared, plus 1 power 3 is 1 times x cubed is x cubed, plus 1 times 1 and x power 4 is x power 4. We are done with the expansion, but we are not done completely. Remember, we now introduce the coefficients of what? Of 6, using our Pascal triangle. What is of 6? Of 4, we have 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. So 5, we are going to have 1 plus this is 5, 10, 10, 5, 1, 1, this is 6, 15, 20, 10 plus 5 is 15, then 6, then 1. Now this is 4, 5, and 6. Now we introduce these coefficients to this equation. So we're going to have 1 into the first term is 1, plus x, and the second term, which is now 6 into x, plus the second time is 15 into x squared, plus the other time is 20 into x cubed, plus now 15 into x power 4. Correct. Now open that bracket. You're going to have 1 plus 6x plus 15x squared plus 20x cubed plus 15x power 4. That is our expanded equation. But now we are going to use this expansion to solve for 1.03. I said the next step to do what? Equate the two expressions. So I'm going to have 1 plus x raised to power 6 is equals to 1.03 raised to power 6. From here we find what? The 6th root. This will cancel. This will cancel with this. So we have 1 plus x is equals to 1.03. Get the value of x. Take this, the other side of the equal sign is positive. So once it crosses the equal sign, it becomes what? A negative. So I'm going to have x is equals to 0.03. So wherever I have x in this equation, I replace with 0.03 to obtain the rightful answer. We proceed. So I have 1 plus 6 times x, 0.03. So 6 times 0.03 plus 15 and 0.3 squared. So 15 into 0.03 squared plus the 20, x is cubed. So that is 20 into 0.03 cubed. Then add 15 into 0.03 raised to the power 4. Now let's get the answers for this. The first one is 1 plus 6 times 0.03. 6 multiplied by 0.03. Mine is giving us 0.18. 0.18 plus 15 times 0.03 squared. So square first whatever in the bracket. 0.03 squared. I obtain 0.0009. Multiply now by 15. I get 0.0135 plus whatever in the bracket first, 0.03 cubed. 0.03 cubed. I get 0.000027. Now multiply by 20. I get 0.00054. Add the last one is this one. 0.03 raised to the power 4. Then multiply by 15. I get 0.00011215. Now when we add this now, we shall obtain the answer for 1.03 raised to the power 6. Let's add it now. That is 1 plus 0.18 plus 0.0135 plus 0.00054 plus 0.00001215. My answer is 1.19405.215. But you can simplify this to basically 4 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one we can round off to 1. It is 1.1941. If you use your calculator, let me prove that. To just click and insert 1.03 raised to the power 6, you obtain 1.194052297. Rounding off to the nearest number, you get the same answer as when you're using binomial expansion. It becomes more interesting. Can you now try another one? Just to ensure that you are up to speed. Let's try another one. Just to ensure that you are up to speed. Now it requires a lot of concentration. As you move from one point to the other, it requires a lot of concentration, because if you miss a certain number somewhere, it means you're going to get it wrong from the word go. Therefore, for mathematics is you get it right from the first point. Let me try another one. 1 minus 3x. Now this is raised to the power 5. The question tells us now we raise this one to up to the term x power 3. We are raising that up to the x term raised to the power 3, and we estimate the value of 0.97 raised to the power 5 to 4 decimal places. We 4 decimal places. 1 minus 3x raised to the power 5. Expand this term to x power 3. Once you are done with x power 3, then you solve for 0.97 raised to the power 4 to 4 decimal places. Before I start it, try and do it. Using the way we have just done, try and tackle it. It becomes a challenge. Then once we are back from the short break, we shall be able to handle it. Stay tuned. Thank you and welcome back. This is the exercise I've given you to handle before we went for a short break. I'm sure that you have struggled with it and you have the right answer. Let's try and see if the answer that you got is the rightful answer. Now, 1 minus 3x raised to power 5. You expand this expression to power x power 3. Then use the expanded expression to solve for 0.97 raised to power 5. And you answer in 4 decimal place. Let's try that. So we decided earlier on that the first term starts from power given to 0. Second term starts from 0 to the power given, right? But now the sign here is negative. You remember what I told you when it's negative. Just use this term but interchange the signs, starting from positive to negative, starting from positive to negative, and so forth and so on. Now let's try this. 1 raised to power 5, then 3x raised to power 0. I'm using the term as a positive, but at the back of my mind I know I'm using the negative. So I interchange. This is positive, so I interchange to negative. So I'm going to have 1 raised to power 4, 3x raised to power 1. Negative, so positive. 1 raised to power 3, 3x raised to power 2. Positive, so negative. 1 raised to power 2, 3x raised to power 3. The x is power 3, so that's where we stop, because you have been told to raise this expression to x power 3, and at this point x is to power 3. So we stop at that point. We proceed now, opening the bracket. 1 raised to power 5 is 1, any number raised to power 0 is 1. So 1 times 1 power 5 is 1, minus 1 power 4 is 4, 1. 1 times 1 times 1 times y 4 times. It always gives you 1. So 3x power 1 is 3x times 1 gives us 3x, plus 1 power 3 is 1. 3x power 2 is 3x squared. So 3 times 3 is 9x squared. So that is 9x squared, minus 3 power 3 is 27. So that is 27x cubed. Remember, 1 squared is 1, so times is remain the same answer. The signs are interchanged, positive, negative, positive, negative. That is how you handle when it comes to a negative sign. Now we proceed. We have now expanded the question. From here, what do? We introduce the coefficients of 5. Using Pascal triangle, for the 4 we had 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. So for the 5 you're going to have 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. Introduce now this one to your expanded equation. The first term with the first term. So 1 into 1 minus 5 into 3x plus now 10 into 9x squared, then 10 minus 10 into 27x cubed. Now I'm done with the coefficients. That is 27x cubed. Open the bracket. You're going to have what? 1 minus 5 times 3 is 15x, plus 10 times 9 is 90x squared, minus 10 times 27 is what? 270x cubed. Now this is our expanded equation. But now we are going to use this expanded equation to solve for 0.97 raised to power 5 into how many decimal places? 4 decimal places. I told you that now once you reach this point, equate the two to obtain the value of x. Equate the two numbers. 1 minus 3x power 5 is equals to 0.97 raised to power 5. At this point now you can find the fifth root, so that we can eliminate these powers. Okay, so I remain with 1 minus 3x is equals to 0.97. Like terms together, This is 1 as a numerical, and this is 0.97 as a numerical. But this is as an x. It doesn't have a partner. So make it positive. Take the other side of the equal sign. Bring this the other side. So I'm going to have 1 minus 0.97 is equals to 3x. Or as well, you can take 1 the other side of the equal sign. You're going to have negative 3x is equals to 0.97 minus 1. All this will give you the same answer. Okay? So let us start with the first one. What is 1 minus 0.97? What is 1 minus 0.97? You obtain 0.03. So 0.03 is equals to 3x. So we are finding the value of x. So you divide both sides by 3 to obtain the value of x. So x here will be what? 0.01, because this is 0.0, the 3 to 1 is 1. So our x is 0.01. Now we have just said, now find the fifth root. We have just done that. We obtain 1 minus 3x equals to 0.97. I said, now get the value of x. We have obtained the value of x as 0.01. Now replace the value of x in this expanded equation. Okay, so I'm going to have, the first one is 1 minus 15 times x. Our x is 0.01. So I'm going to have 15 multiplied by 0.01. Then plus 90 and x squared. Our x is 0.01. So that is 90 multiplied by 0.01 squared. Then subtract 270 into x cubed, which is now 0.01 cubed. Now let us start the mathematics itself. That is, the first one is 1 minus 15 times 0.01. 15 multiplied by 0.01. I obtain 0.15 plus 90 multiplied by 0.01 squared. So first of all, what do you do? Let us handle the bracket. Gives us 0.01 squared. I obtain 0.001 multiplied by 90. It is 0.009. Now minus the other one is, now we handle the bracket first. So 0.01 cubed. Now multiplied by 270. I obtain 0.00027. Now if I add this, I'm going to get the right full answer for 0.97 power 5. We proceed. Now what is 1 minus 0.15? 1 minus 0.15. I obtain 0.85 plus 0.009. I obtain 0.859 minus 0.00027. I obtain 0.85873. That is my answer there. But my question tells me to find what? Into 4 decimal places. How many decimal places do you have here now? There are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I'm supposed to take them to 4. So it means 1, 2, 3, 4. Is 3 able to change or to round off 7? No. Any number that is going to help us round this other number to the nearest number is when it's 5 or more. So if it can't help us to round off this number, then it becomes a 0. It means our answer now is 0.8587 to 4 decimal places. Having said so, it is important that you understand the procedures starting from the word go to the very end. Okay? Very, very important, because if you can't understand how you move from one point to the other, it means you are going to get lost in between the line. Are you together? I just said if you're given such an example, the first term starts from the power given to 0. The second term starts from 0 to the power given. This is what I've just done here. 5 plus 0 is 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. And 2 plus 3 is 5. If you add the powers and you get a different number altogether from the power given, then you are wrong. Then proceed and obtain the value of x by equating the first expression and the second expression to obtain that. Then replace whatever you've got an answer here to the expanded equation, what I've just done here. Then you proceed to get your rightful answer. Now for your homework, in the same spirit, I want you to try this. Try and expand it and use your expansion to solve for any other number. I want to give you this example. Expand 2 minus x power 5. 2 minus x to power 5. Then to the first 4 terms, the fourth term, and use your expansion to solve for 1.8. Use your expanded to solve 1.8 raised to the power 5 to 2 decimal places. Expand 2x minus 5 to the power 5 to the fourth term. Use your expanded expressions to solve for 1.85 power 5 to 2 decimal places, and let us know your feedback as soon as you finish. We shall be there to correct you and to teach you more. Thank you and stay tuned.